Well, good afternoon, everyone, and I want to share with you that NCF, even though we've been in COVID, has achieved and accomplished a lot this year. I'd like to begin by acknowledging those leaders, future leaders, and volunteers who have helped make this possible. The Next Generation Leadership Institute, and I'll refer to NGLI from here forward, that's a long name, was launched in 2019. It was established to equip conservation district leaders with the tools to become national leaders through personal, civic, leadership development. The program was created in response to a high number of conservation district leaders facing challenges of a changing world. The inaugural cohort class that began their journey in 2020 immediately faced one of the most unexpected challenges of a generation. They met for the first time at the NACD convention in Las Vegas, Nevada, February of 2020, and the world was quickly plunged into the COVID-19 crisis. What was meant to be a one-year, 5 in-person meeting program became a time of uncertainty, closing of offices, learning and adapting to virtual meetings, which we all just love, and honestly, some dashed hopes among the cohorts and the program management. And then July 2021, the world was finally opened up enough for the 2020 cohort class to meet in person again at the NACD summer meeting in Chicago. Fittingly, it was NACD's 75th anniversary. The group instantly meshed well due to their shared experiences and constant communication, and it became clear that this group is exactly the leadership that conservation needs to go forward. They have all jumped feet first back into the original programming, and though they are now 1 year or 2 years of a one-year program, NACD committees, task force, involvement by these new cohorts, and within their communities and local governments, they have excelled. NGLI 2020 is an inspiring group of people who showed that when the world takes a hard knock, it's time to dig deeper and to work harder and to continue the work that we all know needs to be done. They have shown adaptability, ambition, grit, determination, and empathy during their time at NGLI, and it is exciting to think about the heights that they'll reach upon graduation. This cohort class wrote the book on leadership by example. We're excited to now announce the graduation of our inaugural cohort class, and upon calling their name, each graduate is invited to come up to the podium and say a few words, and Jeremy Peters will join me in the award program. First, we have Barbara Bywise, Mecklenburg Soil and Water Conservation District in Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations.
Grow where God planted you. Best advice ever. He planted me in North Carolina in 2013. And by the way, who's ever bidding against me on that quilt, I ain't done yet. He planted me in North Carolina, and I have grown with tremendous thanks and support from the North Carolina Association of Soil and Water Conservation Districts. I would not be here without your help and your love, and I am forever grateful. I will spend the next minute and 30 seconds with a small poem of which you'll be grateful because it's very short. In 2019, we got the call, an exciting new journey spanning 2 winters and 1 fall. The next generation leadership, y'all. We're cohort number 1 from all parts of creation, Southeast, North Central, South Central, and 1 from the Narragansett Nation. For over a year, we Zoomed due to COVID, as in-person meetings all but eroded. Till 2021, July and November, Chicago and Oak City, reunions to remember. In July, we celebrate 75 years. In November, regenerate as conservation pioneers. Ray, Sunny, and Aubrey leading the charge, inspiring, harvesting ideas, small, medium, and large. With thanks to Syngenta and Noble Research too, our cohort is grateful and primed to pursue purposeful leadership, commitment renewed, with challenges welcome, change is expected, our history embraced, the future respected. Thank you, Foundation, Aubrey and Ray, for your guidance, devotion, leading the way, corralling new visions and new voices that say, we love conservation, we'll do what's required to develop our districts and achieve what's desired. Commitment to people and partnerships a must, for progress moves only at the speed of trust. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Next, Ryan Britt, Randolph County Soil and Water Conservation District in Clifton Hill, Missouri. Congratulations.
Well, just so you guys don't have to worry about it, I did not try to write a poem. I'm not a poet. I won't make you suffer through that, but I do appreciate Barbara's. I do want to thank a few people, and I'm sure I'll leave somebody out, but there are many people that have helped us get to where we're at today, and I just want to mention a few of you. First off, thank you, Brent VanDyke, and for the entire NCF board and all the sponsors of NCF. We thank you so much for your investment in us. We plan on making that a wise investment and helping to grow that. And specifically the sponsors of Patty with Case IH and with Macy and Syngenta, we so much appreciate what you guys have put into us. Amy Hayes and the Noble Research Foundation too. I appreciate Noble and what you guys have done with us. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my family. Some of them are out playing around in Disney World today, so I wanted them to enjoy their time. But my dad is home taking care of the farm so that I can be here. And I wouldn't be possible for me to participate in any of these leadership or organizations without his support. Ron Willis from the state of Missouri and the entire Missouri Association, I just thank you guys for helping me and appreciate your support. And we look forward to continue to grow conservation in Missouri. Tim Palmer is my mentor, and I don't know, I'm sure he's out here somewhere, but thank you, Tim, for encouraging me and keeping me grounded sometimes. The entire North Central region, thank you guys all, because you each gave me words of encouragement and continuing to encourage. So, I mentioned the names, but Beth, she's the best rep in the country. Chris, Matt, Roger, Monty, of course, Monty doesn't need any other words. Kurt, Jerry, Steve, I'm getting to know Ramona and Tom. You guys, North Central, are rock stars, and just keep rocking it. Michael Crowder and Jeremy Peters, you guys have given us the opportunity to continue to grow what has started with NGLI. You guys are already showing trust in us, and I know that each one of us will make you proud and that we will serve you well. And so thank you, Michael Crowder and Jeremy, for having faith in us. And that goes for the whole NACD officers and then the staff, you staff that make everything possible, all the work that you guys do. And last but not least, we have Ray and Aubrey, and of course Sunny's not here, but she got us started, and just thank you guys. Love you guys, thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. And next, we have Phil Campbell, Oklahoma County Conservation District in Luther, Oklahoma.
You talk about a couple of tough acts to follow. Wise man once told me, "Be brief, brother, be brief." So I will do just that. A special thank you to the NCF. This has been a tremendous opportunity, and it's been a wonderful journey. And it wouldn't be what it was without leaders like each and every one of you sitting in these seats who have pulled this cohort to the side, provided those words of encouragement and those pats on the back to say, stay the course, keep going. I'm forever grateful. And for all of those folks that didn't know, Phil started out with a little flip phone. He's now embracing technology, and he's learning how to use it. So thank you again.
Thank you, Phil. Next, Joe Coughlin, K County Conservation District in Tonkawa, Oklahoma.
Well, thank you guys very much. It's great to be here. I'm certainly not as creative as Barbara, and I think Ryan pretty much covered everybody in the academy, so we're in good shape there. But I do want to thank my wife, Robin. She's here with me today. I really appreciate her. Whenever we're gone somewhere, she's at home taking care of all the children and keeping the fires put out, so I appreciate that. But this whole experience, this extraordinary experience we've been a part of, when I think about it, I think of one word, and that's people. It all starts with people. From the people that have been mentioned already, the National Conservation Foundation, from our facilitators, Ray, Aubrey, and Sonny, from the people that came and helped educate us and helped us learn through experience, all of our presenters. All those people were so much valued and appreciated. But for me, most of all, it was these people that were with me the whole time during this experience, the 2020 cohort participants. They just, it was a group of trusted friends that we could share our experiences with, and they became our family, my family. So that was what made it special for me, and I appreciate this opportunity so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Joe. And next, Mark Masters, Lower Chattahoochee River Soil and Water Conservation District in Dawson, Georgia. Congratulations.
Yesterday afternoon, I had a chance to sit in the board meeting, and the new 2022 cohort was brought up on the stage. We got a chance to hear from them briefly, and it reminded me 2 years ago when I walked up on that same stage and looked out at all of you, and with a little bit of fear and trepidation, but also excitement. And it wasn't long after that it occurred to me that if I am the true conservation leader that I want to be, that I'm always on some kind of stage. And it might be like this, talking to a room of 500 or 600 folks. More than likely, though, it's, standing around the back of a pickup truck or in the halls of the Capitol in Atlanta trying to advocate for conservation and, more importantly, money for conservation. But lastly, and perhaps most importantly, it's when I'm not saying anything and I'm out demonstrating conservation at my farm, if I'm out practicing what I preach. And the same applies for everybody in this room. You're all conservation leaders, right? And so you're on a stage whether you know it or not. I am eternally grateful to be on this one now with this great plaque and with these great cohort colleagues of mine. We truly are a family. I'm walking off this stage, I think, better prepared to go out and advocate educate, demonstrate conservation. And for that, I'm eternally thankful and appreciate you all very much.
Thank you, Mark. And next, Cassius Spears. He is, let me see my notes. Wow, I've lost that note, but I know he's from Rhode Island, not sure which district, but congratulations.
So, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me, Rhode Island, got cowboys in Rhode Island? I said, yeah, and Indians too. You know, I filled out the application for NGLI because values. We share the same values. And I have to be very thankful for the opportunity of the essential tools that were given to me to help with the complexity of the values that we share. So standing before you today is not only a leader, but a liaison. And I'm looking forward to the demands and the challenges, but most of all was the diversity and how important that is for us to share those values on Mother Earth, the land that we live on. So again, thank you for that opportunity. It's been a pleasure. Oh.
Thank you, Cassius. And last but not least, we have Samantha Steiner, Warren County Soil and Water Conservation District in Franklin, Ohio.
Well, one of the nice things of going last is these amazing people have covered just about everything. What an incredible opportunity this has been for me and for us. Thank you for taking a chance on us. Thank you for letting us be a part of this incredible program. It is just getting started, and there is so much more to come from this. You have not seen the last of us. We can't wait to continue this leadership journey. And I just want to thank you, everybody, NCF, Federation, for believing in me, my parents for taking care of things for me while I was a part of this journey, and for being here and supporting me. So I love you guys, and thank you. So real quick, I would like to invite the cohort back up on stage, and we have a surprise presentation.
So I wanted to share this, and happy Valentine's Day, everyone, first of all. And that just came to mind because when I pulled this out the bag, I was thinking my wife made this for me. And I wanted to share this, or give this as a gift to NC for everything that they have done and for the future generations. It's a corn husk style, so it's made out of the husk of corn, if you don't know. And it represents so much. But more so, it represents the body of us all. And what I mean by that, if you look closely, you'll see that she does not have a face. Because together, we all share that same face and that voice. And so these were educational tools that were passed down to our children to remember the importance of us as tribes or tribal. And when I come to these meetings, I can't help but to feel at home and feel part of a tribe. So I like to give this in memory of that. So thank you.
One thing that was apparent early on in our cohort is you never want to follow Cassius with anything, but I appreciate your indulgence for just one more minute. We wanted to come back up and corporately thank a few people, and I'm going to ask my wife, Amy, to help me out. And by the way, this is the first time that Amy has attended an NACD meeting, so I am glad, yeah. She is thankful to know that you all are actually real, and I haven't just disappeared for 5 days at a time, every so often. So, Amy, would love to recognize Aubrey. We've got a little something, just a card here. Aubrey, thank you so much for helping keep things going for us very much. And of course, over there in the corner, videoing everything, keeping things going, Ray Ledgerwood. We couldn't do this without Ray. And last but certainly not least, a lot of the names have been mentioned, certainly the foundation and all the folks that work behind the scenes to help NGLI, be developed, supported. We can't thank them enough. And I know there are a lot of folks that are equal to this man, but I don't know if they exceed the commitment to developing leaders for the next generation than Chairman VanDyke. So if you would please come forward. So Chairman, in that card, just a few notes of thanks from all of us, and it's all signed by us. And we will also want to let you know there are a few other things in there that are also signed by us. And we hope that you, on behalf of the foundation, will accept the 2020 cohort's donation of $8,400 to the National Conservation Foundation. Thank you. And that number was not arrived at by accident. The tuition that each of us paid was $1,200. There are 7 of us. We want that to be a tangible reminder to the foundation of just how much we appreciate what you have invested in us. And lastly, to all of you, it costs a lot more than $1,200 to put someone through this program. If we want to see a similar group up here in 2032, let me encourage you to continue to support financially the foundation and NGLI, but also go out there and help start cultivating those new leaders. And you can start tonight. Bring your checkbook. Gary, I have it on good authority. You're going to have to pay at least $2,000 for that duck you blew holes in. So we very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking around and for all of your support. We greatly value it and look forward to serving with all of you in the future. Thanks again.
That's amazing, and I will gladly accept this on behalf of the foundation and the number of volunteers that help make sure this is a reality. And I'm way off script now, but the reality is that this program works. You can see by the passion and kindness and loyalty of the first cohort class, and I'm confident the next cohort class will be as inspiring. But to be able to fund this program, that's where the challenges come in. And so, as Mark mentioned, it's a team effort. And to make sure that NGLI continues for years and generations, we ask for your help, your district's help, corporate help. It is not a cheap program, but I think the returns on our investment will be remembered for years. So back on script, I'm so inspired by the commitment, the dedication, and ambition of this cohort class, and excited about the challenges and opportunities the next class will achieve without a doubt. So one more round of applause to the first graduation class, 2020 cohorts. Stand one more time.